Love it. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Virtual Varsity. I am your host, Nathan Colombo. In front of me tonight, back for the Virtual Varsity this evening here in Carbondale, is my good friend, compatriot, cohort, all-around good guy, Mr. Mike Arthur. Mike, how you doing tonight, my friend?
I'm doing all right, man. If anybody can name that tune that I kind of stole from there at the end, it's my youngest son's favorite tune in the world. He absolutely adores the Jackson 5, and I tried not to get us in any copyright trouble there with that. But
listen, man, we spent the last 2 weeks just having all the copyright trouble.
I figured,
man.
I was like, it's my turn.
If we're going to get pulled down, we're going to get pulled down right.
That's
Three
right.
times a charm.
That's right. That's right. It's what we got to do. But no, I'm glad to be here. And I know this is a little different. A lot of people are used to me being part of something. You know me. Nathan knows me. If you come to the Varsity, you've probably seen me. You may not have noticed me because I move really quickly and I'm small. But I love to be parts of things and to help build our community, and I love music. And so I thought tonight this would be kind of a neat chance to share with you all kind of what inspired me as a kid and all of that. So I'm going to start off with a couple of Jim Croce songs. I know some people may be groaning, but the real fans are like, yes!
Hey, before you get in too far, I always got to give my shout-outs. As always, thank you to Carbondale Tourism for making this possible. They're the folks that underwrite all of our talent for the Virtual Varsity and Music Under the Marquee activity that we produce here. So without them, none of this would be possible. We're ever so appreciative. You'll see this evening, like you'll see on all of our videos moving forward, somewhere on the screen tonight, it's in the bottom right-hand corner, a little image that just says visit or donate now at thevarsitycenter.org. As always, we're doing this to stay in your minds, to stay top of mind with you, but also because we ourselves are always trying to stay alive. So if you can donate, if you can contribute, any little bit helps. It all goes straight to making sure that this building stays open. Make sure that, while we don't have anybody in the building, the maintenance and upkeep keeps happening. We keep the electric on. We keep the air flowing. Just the little things that keep a building from crumbling in on itself over the course of time. So we had a really successful Lady Turns 80 event here. I mean, gosh, it's been a month now since the Varsity Center turned 80 years old. We were so appreciative of all the folks there that contributed. Anybody else that kind of latches on as you go along, some of our weekly givers. Anything that you're able to share with us, we're always appreciative. We're always happy to bring you wonderful entertainment like Mike this evening. Without further ado, I'm going to be quiet and let him do what he does best, be one of the top musicians in Southern Illinois.
Well, thank you very much, Nathan. Just disclaimer, he said a month since the lady turns 80, and I both swear it was yesterday and also simultaneously 5 years ago. So in quarantine time, 2 years?
Yeah, we're living on dog years now.
Yeah. I don't know what this is. But so as I was saying earlier, tonight I'm going to just kind of go through some things that inspired me and play you guys some of my originals as well. If you can't tell, I love to talk, so I apologize in advance. I'm a bit wordy. But I'm going to start off with a song kind of about a dude from Southern Illinois, and some of you are pretty familiar with it. So without further ado, here's some Jim Croce for you. Well, out of Southern Illinois, come a down-home country boy. You gonna make it in the city playing guitar in the studio. Well, he hadn't been there an hour when he met a Broadway flower. She took him for his money and she left him in a cheap hotel. Well, it's easy for you to see that country boy is me. Say how I'm never gonna break the news to the folks back home. Well, I was gonna be a big success. Well, things sure ended up a mess. But in the process, I got messed up too. Hello, mama and dad, I had to call collect, 'cause I ain't got a cent in my name. Well, I'm sleeping in a hotel doorway, and tonight they say it's gonna rain. And if you'd only send me some money, I'll be back on my feet again. Send it in care of the Sunday Mission, box number 2. Illinois, they still worrying about their boy. This boy's coming home soon as he gets the ferry. But as soon as I got my bread, I got a pipe upside my head. You know they left me in an alley, took my money and my guitar too. Hello, mama and dad, I had to call collect, 'cause I ain't got a cent to my name. And I'm sleeping in a hotel doorway, and tonight they say it's gonna rain. And if you'd only send me some money, I'll be back on my feet again. Send it in care of the Sunday Mission, box number 10. Send it in care of the Sunday Mission, box number 10. Now, don't you feel kind of bad that that's the song about Southern Illinois? but at the same time, I just absolutely love that song. It's called Box Number 10 by Jim Croce, one of my favorites. And then I'm going to do a couple more of his just to kind of throw things out there. He did tend to get stories from just anybody and everybody. If he found someone that he thought a story was interesting, he'd write a song about it. And unfortunately, there's a lot of anger and heartbreak and resentment out there in the world, and a lot of losers too. And so I love the songs about the losers. It's not necessarily indicative of myself, but I'm just saying. But no, this next song is called One Less Set of Footsteps, and I used to perform this with Rattle and Dags, and Amy and Etchison and I used to love singing this, and sometimes I think we got too into a couple of the lines because we just had a really good time. Like we looked like angry people at each other, but it was so much fun. But again, this is One Less Set of Footsteps. Also, I don't usually play this on piano, so I'm going to apologize in advance to y'all. We've been running away from something we both know. We long run out of things to say, and I think I better go. So don't be getting excited when you hear that slamming door, 'cause there'll be one less set of footsteps on your floor in the morning. And we've been hiding from something that should have never gone this far. But after all, it's what we've done that makes us what we are. And you've been talking in silence, oh, if it's silence you adore. Oh, there'll be one less set of footsteps on your floor in the morning. There'll be one less set of footsteps on your floor, one less man to walk in, one less pair of jeans upon your door, one less voice a-talking. But tomorrow's a dream away, and today has turned to dust. Your silver tongue has turned to clay, and your golden rule to rust. If that's the way that you want it, well, that's the way I want it more. Well, there'll be one less set of footsteps on your floor in the morning. One less set of footsteps on your floor, one less man to walk in, one less pair of jeans upon your door, one less voice a-talking. But tomorrow's a dream away, and today has turned to dust. Your silver tongue has turned to clay, and your golden rule to rust. If that's the way that you want it, well, that's the way I want it more. Oh, there'll be one less set of footsteps on your floor in the morning. Oh, there'll be one less set of footsteps on your floor in the morning. So again, anger and resentment and people not getting along, but it's still catchy. A little heavy. I'm going to fix some sound real quick. We'll try that. I know when speaking it's a little weird, but
No, I think you're all right.
I'm also having a problem. Any other keyboard players out there that have ever dealt with this? My sustain pedal, I forgot to tape it down, so it's continually moving towards Nathan during the show. So if you see me just slide under the keys, that's what I'm doing.
Do you want me to come tape that down too?
No, this is more entertaining. Watching me fidget.
I can angle the camera down just a little bit, see if we can catch your foot.
I mean, you kind of got to angle the camera down a lot for me. Let's just be honest.
Please.
All right, so this next one, I'm going to bring it down a little bit, slow the heart rate here. This one's called Walking Back to Georgia. Walking back to Georgia, and I hope she will take me back. Nothing in my pockets, and all I own is upon my back. Well, she's the girl who said she loved me on that hot, dusty Macon road. And if she's still around, I'd like to settle down with that hard-loving Georgia girl. Walking back to Georgia, 'cause she's the only one who knows how it feels to lose a dream and how it feels to dream alone. Well, she's the girl who said she loved me on that hot, dusty Macon road. And if she's still around, I'd like to settle down with that hard-loving Georgia girl. Georgia, can you hear me calling? Well, I'll be home in just a while. And if I had to, I'd be crawling just to share another morning smile. Well, you're the girl who said you loved me on that hot, dusty long ago. And if you're still around, I'm gonna settle down with you, my hard-loving Georgia girl. Walking back to Georgia, and I hope she will take me back. Nothing in my pockets, and all I own is upon my back. Well, she's the girl who said she loved me on that hot, dusty Macon road. And if she's still around, I'd like to settle down with that hard-loving Georgia girl. So I thought I'd swap to something a little, nicer at the end of that one, a nice little love song. So I'm going to actually hop into an original of mine, and I'm doing this sooner than I anticipated, but like a good dad that I am, I don't have wallets full of pictures like we used to do, but now I have flash drives with random things. And I gave Nathan a couple of videos that I want to play for you. One's just a little slideshow, and so I'm going to take my cheat sheet here away so I can actually see the monitor, because I'm short, again, if you hadn't known that. So, Nathan, if you would play the one called Auden.
Absolutely. Are you ready me to just press the button and
go
you
ahead.
go? Or?
There's just a few seconds on it, so go ahead, go for it.
Do you have to play the piano at all?
No, I got to
okay,
talk
okay.
a little bit about
cool,
this.
My bad.
So my kids, this is my youngest son, who is 9 months old tomorrow, and he is already obsessed with the piano. You can see a couple of views. He's trying to get up there. there he is all happy about everything, right? And then, of course, I also have, after this picture, there's the results of, like, having two children during quarantine. You know, they give you these looks. And that actually turned into a meme for a Lone Howl advert, by the way. But this is my life right there. That picture with the bottle on the keyboard. It's like I could not find his baby bottle for the life of me. And I was like, oh my gosh. But that kid, so all those pictures climbing up on the piano, he is forever wanting to play. I can't even practice at home anymore without him. He crawls under my feet, and it's real cute. He plays the pedals. But then about 2 minutes into that, he starts like slapping my legs and shouting at me until I pick him up so he can slap the keys. Like I mean, cover your ears a little bit, but it's like this. You know, because he's 9 months old. But he just loves it. And sometimes he like tries to sing. I think it's just wonderful. I mean, with my luck, it'll turn out 5-6 years in the future, he'll want nothing to do with music because it's around him all the time. But hopefully we can foster a good feeling with him. So that's my youngest. And then the next one, the one called Kenny, this is my son. He's in the orchestra. He was in the orchestra at Lewis School. He's about to move to CMS. And you can tell he's a real relaxed guy, and I'm real proud. I'm sorry for the quality of the video and everything. This is a phone video. But I was just real proud of him. We did this around Christmas time. And, you know, if he can sit up straight, it'll be cool. But, yeah, he's real solid. So I just had to be the proud dad and brag. I'm just showing off my kid. But no, Kenny, my oldest boy, he's always been really into telling me when he thinks I'm playing something incorrectly, and which I love because he actually does have perfect pitch, and it bothers him when things aren't aligned correctly. So I get that. But it was really funny. Not the other day in quarantine years. It's like 20 years ago. But several weeks ago, I wrote the song called "Old Time Wisdom" because as I was getting after Auden, the youngest, because he just pushes, as you can kind of see from these pictures. And I was like, well, he would cry at me, and I was like, well, when your wings get a little stronger, you can fly a little longer. And I'm like, oh no, my mother said that to me. And then, Kenny was wanting something one day, like he's just like children of his generation, especially now too. It's like he's moving on to the next thing. But I looked at him, and he's like, well, why can't we have it? And he's like, I want to get it now. And I'm like, well, you can want in one hand and, in the other. And because, I'm keeping it nice and PG here. But and I kept it PG with my son, I promise. But that thing, that's a statement my dad used to say, and my mom. So here's a little song called Old Time Wisdom. It's a little old-timey whimsy. So I hope you enjoy. When I was young, I chased my brother around till I fall flat on my face. My mother told me, hold on son, this life is not a race. But when your wings get a little stronger, you can fly a little longer, till then you're stuck here on the ground. As I grew, I kept on trying to do more than I could ever get done. My mother told me, pace yourself, have some patience, son. And when your wings get a little stronger, you can fly a little longer, till then you're stuck here on the ground. Well, old time wisdom, savior of the slow. Old time wisdom, help me now, tell me where to go. When I start to get ahead of myself, my mother's words ring in my head. When your wings get a little stronger, you can fly a little longer, till then you're stuck here on the ground. I waste a lot of the time I've got, want what I can't have. That's just when I hear the words said to me by my dad. Well, you can want in one hand and, you know what, in the other, and see which gets filled first. So now when I see other folks wasting their time, wishing they had something more, before I know it, I spit out a phrase that my mind had kept in store. Well, you can want in one hand and, come on guys, you know what, in the other, and see which gets filled first. Well, old time wisdom, savior of the slow. Old time wisdom, help me now, tell me where to go. When I start to want more than I've got, my father's words ring in my head. Well, you can want in one hand and really seriously, you have to know what in the other and see which gets filled first. Now I've got some kids of my own and the story it starts again. My youngest son gets ahead of himself and I say these words to him. When your wings get a little stronger, you can fly a little longer, till then you're stuck here on the ground. Well, my oldest boy gets upset a lot about the things he wants to have. Then I speak and I realize that I've become my dad. You can want in one hand and you know what, mister, in the other and see which gets filled first. Well, old time wisdom, savior of the slow. Old time wisdom, help me now, tell me where to go. So when my kids struggle, I share a bit of the lessons that I have learned. Let your wings go stronger so you can fly a little longer. Then you can change which hand gets filled first. So it's a little funny, you know, a cute little thing there.
Yeah, it's real funny because we're just filling up both hands right now.
Yeah, we are filling up both hands right now. That's definitely where we're at. It's kind of the society we're at, unfortunately, at the moment, the way we've dealt with things. But I also see a lot of good stuff, and some good stuff's coming out of it. I mean, you know, eventually someone brought some wipes. I've been a parent of a baby stuck in quarantine now for the past basically, year. As my wife will attest, it's been quite wild. But so this next one I'm doing is a song I did actually after it started popping in my head a couple years ago after we did The Last Waltz. And I'm going to do this, and then I think Nathan's got a video we'll probably play from that whole thing. But this song is called No Pretense. I had to play a Dr. John song, and Such a Night. And I think it's Such a Night or What a Night? Such a Night, right? My brain is whoop. But
I'm not the person to
Ben
ask.
West sang it, and he did a phenomenal job. And he walked out, and he's like, I don't know if I really want to play the part. And he's like, oh, wait. He's like, Mike Arthur's a wizard. And I'm like, I don't know about wizard, but I did practice, so I got you, buddy. And but he put on he did such a good job with that his version of the song, his singing stuck in my head. And I started writing music kind of similar to it a little bit, just for fun. And so this song's called No Pretense. Christopher Brown of Lone Hell helped me write the second verse in this bad boy. So shout out to Chris for that. And without further ado, here we go. I might be wrong, but you seem kinda lonely. Let me buy you a drink. There's no need for pretense, baby. Just tell me what you think. I know there might be a chance that you'll just walk away, but from that look in your eyes, I got the feeling that you wanna stay. Color me wild, this really ain't my style. You got me weak to my core. Better lines fell astray from my mind, but that's when I scooped my jaw off the floor. I know there might be a chance that you'll just walk away. I've put all my faith on the line, so I'm praying that you're gonna stay. Heart beat so loud, you could hear it from 10 feet away. I thought you smiled when you caught my gaze. I stood up, the moment was then, but that's just right when your girlfriend walked in, and I realized that you were never really looking my way. Well, I was wrong, you really weren't lonely. At least you got a laugh and a drink. In my mind, I dropped all pretense, baby, but turns out I just looked like a creep. And when you laughed with her, well, that confirmed my doubt. But then you smiled at me and said things just might pan out.
Beautiful shot. Beautiful shot of the full stream on the keys.
Very nice, very nice. Good job.
You want to talk about a little bit about the video
so
coming up for the last
I
waltz?
just spaced out there for a second.
No, you're
but,
okay.
The last waltz was Lone Hell, my band Lone Hell, the band I'm proud to be a member of, actually. Kind of started as Christopher Brown's project on his own and grew into this amazing thing we've managed to accomplish, I think, over the past couple of years. But we did a 40th anniversary of the Last Waltz documentary. We did an anniversary concert. Mm-hmm. Now, as of this November, it will be 2 years ago. Right? I think
that's
right.
Time doesn't, like you said, time's not real.
But time is definitely not real. Not right now. But one of the songs we did on there is one that everyone knows called The Wait. And we had lots of special guests come up and work with us. And it was a lot of work to get that concert done, but it was amazing. You know, we packed the big room in the Varsity. I mean, we even had extra people that we were trying to kick out of the place because they were over the limit. So it was a really cool experience. But we do have a video. This one's just a single shot. It's something I put up a while back, unlisted, because it was for the cast members, but I thought it'd be great for other people to see this version of The Wait. So if you want to go ahead and play that, that'd be pretty fantastic. Thank you, Nathan.
Let's get into it, of course.
follow me, and he caught me in the fall. He said, I will fix your wreck if you take Jack, my dog. I said, wait a minute, Chester, you know I'm a peaceful man. He said, do me a favor, boy, won't you feed him when you can? Take a load off Eddie, take a load free, take a load off Eddie. You put the load right on me. It's Chris Brown on the lead guitar. Catch a cannonball and a tail down the line. My bag's sinking low, and I do believe it's time to get back to Miss Annie. No, she's the only one who sent me here with love regards for everyone. Take a load off Annie, take a load free, take a load off Annie. Beautiful.
Look at all those people enjoying themselves
Yeah,
without
man.
masks in a large crowd.
It's funny watching a video though that I shot with one of my cameras, and I just like cut in there, and I was like, I don't know where we're at in that song anymore. Like I'm just looking at it, and it's wild. But yeah, I as Nathan knows, and some other folks do, but that's a video that I grabbed, and I video pretty much everything that happens here at the Varsity, and we've got a pretty big backlog and a history of stuff on a
So
drive
much stuff.
folder, and yeah, we have so
Years
much
of
material.
stuff.
But that's a really good thing to have. That means there's been a lot going on, and that's why it's really important right now that we're still supporting our venue here, because this venue gives artists an opportunity to perform in a setting other than at a winery or at a bar. You know, you're not just background music. Here you have a stage, and I think it's really important to be able to have that. So again, you know, like I do all the video stuff predominantly anyway, and it's just really cool. I'm really, really grateful to have the opportunity to come to so many cool shows and be involved with so many of them. It's a little more difficult when you're videoing yourself. I can't lie, like that's kind of hard. It's just you set the cameras and hope somebody doesn't help you by turning off your camera or, you know, refocusing or
Or dance with it on the street while you're trying to do music under the marquee the last couple weeks.
Gee, that's never happened, Nathan. But yeah, no, that was a frightening experience. I put a 70-pound sandbag on that tripod, and that gentleman still danced with it. It was pretty amazing. But
Everybody's going crazy.
he was
man.
having fun. I mean, you
There
know,
you go.
these days you got to have fun when you can. But that being said, I'm gonna do a couple of numbers, and then we've got a couple more videos we're gonna watch here throughout the evening, and one of them is from this bluegrass. I guess that's what you call them, trio. They're not typical bluegrass. These guys are like rock and roll bluegrass. Like it's pretty psychedelic stuff in there too. It was pretty amazing. It was a total pool and gruel. They were the nicest guys, and it was just a really awesome show that we got to have. So we're gonna have one of their videos coming up, and then Nathan, I don't remember what the other one was.
Sarah Shook. We got
Sarah
a
Shook.
piece
We
from
have
Sarah
to
Shook.
show Sarah Shook. Sarah Shook was an amazing show. That one we did in the big room where we did the last waltz, and Sarah's been on the rise for quite a while and doing some big things. Pretty amazing artist. But that'll be a really fun video as well. That being said, I think after listening to The Wait, I'm trying to avoid going to guitar quite yet.
It's all at your pace, my friend. All at your
at my
pace.
pace. Well,
No, that's my pace. That's not your pace. That's my pace. I said your pace.
well, I might do something kind of funny and then something really energetic. So the funny thing, like the song itself isn't funny. It's a song that we do in Lone Howl that Chris wrote called Broken Radio. And I love to do silly stuff with music. Like, not super Weird Al with it, but like this song is like upbeat and kind of pop, you know, like it's got this nice driving beat. And I was like, what if we did something hilarious with it and made it slow and ballad-like? So this next one, I like to do the song called Broken Radio, and Chris, this one's for you, buddy. I gotta go to the Phillips station on down the road. We've been burning fumes since she shut the door. The crankshaft's knocking like an old kick drum. The stereo's nothing but a cracking hum. She hated this car, and now I'm riding alone. Well, it's a blink of tempo and a signal singing. You lost her when your mind's on a broken radio tune. It's a blink of tempo and a signal singing. You've lost her when your mind's on a broken radio tune. Every season felt a bit more real, and the blanket she wore is still shoved in the floor. But every rattle and shake that the trunk door makes reminds me why I can't get on the interstate and head down south, far away from home. It's a blanket tempo and a signal singing that you lost her when your mind's on radio tune. It's a blink of tempo and a signal singing. You lost her when your mind's on broken radio tune. When your mind's on broken radio tune.
So if that's that's a song that you guys play in a more upbeat fashion.
Very upbeat.
Okay,
fast,
cool.
like,
So that makes me laugh a lot because I'm like, I listen to your guys' stuff on your playlist on YouTube from time to time, and like when you started hitting, I didn't know by phrase what song that was.
Yeah, I tried to mess it up a little bit. You know, I was like messing with it. I'm like, let's be kind of weird, kind of sleazy lounge singer a little bit with it. You know, but. Yeah, no, that one's got a real driving beat. Yeah. It's not super fast, but it's got a nice driving beat, and there's some really cool stuff. And my part in that, in the chorus part, it's a blinker tempo and the signal singing you lost her is. Yeah. Like that's the part I normally play.
It's like Super Mario World 2.
Yeah. Just take my part, definitely. Yeah. Oh gosh. But yeah, so I just thought that would be a really fun one to do. Chris told me when I was like, man, I got to figure out stuff to do for this show, because initially I thought it was before we moved back inside, I was like, oh no, 3 hours. I was like, I haven't performed solo in so long. Like nobody wants to hear me grab Andrew Lloyd Webber collection and just play that. Like it's nice to listen to, but come on. So, but he was like, play some Lone Howl tunes, and I'm like, well, I feel like I can't live up to the lead singer vocals there, but I thought I'd give him a little bit of a fun thing there.
I said musician, not singer earlier. Musician means instrument. No.
Yeah, no, exactly. And so it's one of those, no, let's not get ourselves into that argument with some people. Like we're about to get heated on real
Okay,
quick.
I mean, listen, man, not a dog in my fight. No, I'm just the comedian living amongst you people.
Oh, no. That whole debate. Oh, man. So this next one is, I'm on a keyboard, and piano is my primary instrument, so obviously I have to play some Billy Joel. And this one is one, Lone Howl, actually, we finally started getting to practice again, following all our precautions, making sure everyone's safe and tested and everything, but we started doing Moving Out, because I just kind of started playing it, and it turns out everybody in the band loves Billy Joel. So, I am not going to go get excessively drunk and ram into some grandma's house after this, though, I promise. Like, I like his music. I don't necessarily want to follow his lifestyle, but this is Moving Out, or Anthony's song, as some of you know it. Anthony works in the grocery store, saving his pennies for someday. Mama Leone left a note on the door. She said, "Sonny, move out to the country. Working too hard can give you a heart attack. You ought to know by now. Who needs a house out in Hackensack? Is that what you get with your money? It seems such a waste of time. If that's what it's all about, Mama, if that's moving up, then I'm moving out." Sergeant O'Leary's out walking the beat. At night he becomes a bartender. He works at Mr. Cacciatore's down on Sullivan Street, across from the medical center. And he's trading in his Chevy for a Cadillac. You ought to know by now. And if he can drive with a broken back, at least he can polish the fenders. It seems such a waste of time. If that's what it's all about, Mama, if that's moving up, then I'm moving out. You should never argue with the crazy mind. You ought to know by now. You can pay Uncle Sam with the overtime. Is that what you get for your money? It seems such a waste of time. If that's what it's all about, good luck moving up, 'cause I'm moving out. I'm moving out. Ack.
Dude, I was like, is he going to hit it? Is he not? He's going to hit it. And then you do it twice.
Yeah, and then I do ma. I think listening to the baby say things has helped me really do this. It's hard to just randomly add a chorus effect to your voice too, though. I can't be like, like it's just. It's
You want to explain to people that was Mars Attacks in the middle of
yeah.
that
So
song?
my thing on that is, I really want to do a video of this and have every time that comes up, rather than whoever's singing ack, it's just the scene, the aliens from Mars Attacks going ack, because I think it'd be hilarious. I have plans for a meme, which I think I may have seen, where it shows like a piano and the Mars Attacks thing, and it's like, name the song. And I'm like, because people who know Billy Joel are like, oh, that's terrible. And I'm like, no, it's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. But yeah, that one, it's a little different from what I do typically, because, played guitar off and on for a long time, but which is actually what I'm going to be starting to switch over to here. If Nathan, if you want to play one of the videos, which one do you want to pop up
You want
there?
Sarah Shook or you want Total Pool and Gruel?
Let's do Sarah Shook.
Sarah Shook. All right, coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, we've got Sarah Shook's show from, was that last year, Midsummer Big Room?
Yes. Well, last year, May.
Okay.
Wasn't it May?
That's this, man. Time ain't
Or
real.
June-
I don't know
June
how many
8th,
more
June
times we
8th,
got to
you're
say
right,
it.
Midsummer. I know.
All right. Sarah Shook, live from the Big Room at the Varsity.
Every day you tell me I'm a drunkard, and every night you lie awake and steal. Never claim to be anything other, darling, 'cause the girl never lets me down the way you do. Every night I sit till sun up drinking, and every day I wait for night to fall, so I can clear the darkest memories from my recollection, and hear your sounds and feel nothing at all. The bottom never lets me down. You won't find it running around in the darkest corners of this town. Oh, I keep this bottle frozen in. It's the only thing left I got that I can make me feel warm and I used to be. Ever want to remember the joy you brought me, or how I used to laugh along the things we do. I've forgotten all about the things that could be, darling, 'cause the ball never lets me down the way you do.
All right, and
We're back. Although you wanna hit
yep,
the other.
cool. All the mute buttons. Press them
Yeah,
all at
yeah,
once.
there we go.
Let's see where we go. But I really thought that video was longer than it was, and oops, it is not.
Yeah.
So okay, cool. Give me a mic test 1 2.
Mic check 1 2.
You're still real heavy on the reverb there. Do you
I'll
want
pull
to
the
be?
reverb down out of this guy.
Alright,
Give me
pull-
just a moment.
Take your time. Yeah. Sorry. Dude, I was so not expecting. We'd done that like 3 or 4 times during rehearsal, just messing around. I thought, he's just joking, and then he hit it in the middle of the song, and I'm sitting here just laughing my face off. It was too good.
It's an iconic part of the song, actually. Like, people get mad if you don't do it. It's really comical. What do you think now? I mean, spoken is
Yeah,
kinda hard.
you're much better now. It was just
Okay.
real heavy on the reverb. Now
Are we getting
you're
guitar okay?
Yep, guitar sounds good. You're cool.
Looks like it to me.
Yep.
All right.
Hee haw.
Well, I'm going to do a song. To me, it feels a little thin now that I've done this, because I've done a version of it where I have like piano and organ, and I even played my guitar on its little violin setting, which was real cheesy, but it was fun, and I added all these different layers to it. So this one's called Old Bumpy Road. I kind of wrote it as an ode to, I grew up on Cedar Creek Road, just south of town, which back when I grew up on it, it was like a tar and chip thing. There were no lines. People would, the speed limit was like 30, but everyone would go 60 right by my house, which was very frightening because we were an eighth of a mile from the stop right into Old 51. But hey, whatever.
Let it ride, man. Let it ride.
Yeah, it was frightening. But this one's it's called Old Bumpy Road, and it's just, random kind of brought into my, I don't know, just came to mind. So, hope you enjoy it. We used to struggle to get our bikes up that hill. Looking back, we only made it through the power of our will. We pushed and pulled, struggled with all our might, but that bumpy road had other plans to keep us out to dark. And I know sometimes it feels like we're living in a world that wants us to give in. But as we all grow old, seems like the story's been told. I just want to go back to that old bumpy road. That road, it fought us every inch along the way. I swear I saw it shake its head as we struggled every day. We finally won out in the sunny month of May, and I'm grateful for the road that made me who I am today. And I know sometimes it feels like we're living in a world that wants us to give in. And as we all grow old, feels like the story's been told. But I just want to go back to that old bumpy road. We all grew up, moved away, our houses sold. New people all showed up to try and tame that bumpy road. They paved it flat, painted lines and built new things, but the road got the last laugh, for it was built atop a spring. And I know sometimes it feels like we're living in a world that wants us to give in. And as we all grow old, seems like the story's been told. I just want to go back to that old bumpy road. And as we all grow old, seems like this story's been told. I just want to go back to that old bumpy road. It's a little bit of nostalgia and whimsy kind of thrown in there. You have to understand, like, it must have been really funny watching me, because again, small guy, and this tiny child on a bicycle trying to make it up the hill was really hilarious. I mean, my mother wouldn't even let me actually go on the road until she made me prove myself in our yard, which basically was a hill already, and I thought I had it down, and then I underestimated the length of the hill. It was like half a mile long. And so I was like, I've got this. I go up the dirt all the time, and I was like, nope, I died. It took me forever. Me and one of my best friends growing up. Sorry, got off mic. This next one, I'm going to tune up just a second here. I tune because I care.
What is it you said earlier when you came in? You were like, I just need to bring my guitar in so it can acclimate to the climate of the room. It's like, that's true care, Mike.
Well, yeah, you have to, man. Like, there's nothing worse than someone they're like, oh, wait a second, sorry. And then they just like keep going the whole time. Or even worse, you have chords that are supposed to sound like major happy chords and they end up sounding just like something somebody would call jazz and as an excuse. So you don't really want that. But this next one is called No Longer Home. Again, I've done a version of this where I have extra stuff, and so now doing it with guitar alone on a stage feels a little sad. But it's kind of a sad song. So I hope you enjoy it. It's based off the experiences of a lot of people I know, like my younger sister and then several of her friends and some of my friends that just have a weird, not necessarily always positive nostalgia with the area, but they still, it's weird. They've moved on, and makes me sad because I want them all back. There's a town this side of nowhere. You are quite familiar with its name. She grew up there when the storefront still had lights on and sidewalks led the way to everything. But now they're bare. Oh, the street signs of her past seem to take her to a different place where the wind blows strong and cold, and those old familiar faces are all in different places, 'cause this is no longer home. As she walks down those sidewalks, her mind is flooded with the memories of how things were. But all that's left are echoes carried on the wind down empty streets that go nowhere. Oh, the street signs of her past seem to take her to a different place where the wind blows strong and cold, and those old familiar faces are all in different places, 'cause this is no longer home. Oh, the street signs of her past seem to take her to a different place where the wind blows strong and cold, and those old familiar faces are all in different places, 'cause this is no longer home. 'Cause this is no longer home. Thank you. Now that we've done something sad,
Let's pick it back
let's
up.
pick it back up with something. Do you have the Tuttle Pool and Gruel
Yep.
video, right?
Yep, that's it.
That's pretty awesome, guys. You're gonna really love this. This is some of the wildest stuff you've ever seen done with a banjo. I promise you, it is amazing. So enjoy.
and my uncle went riding down South Colorado, West Texas bound. We stopped over in Santa Fe at the end of the point, just about halfway. And you know it was the hottest part of the day. We took them horses up to the stall. I went to the bar room, ordered drinks for all. 3 days in the saddle, you know my body hurt. It being summer, well I took off my shirt and I tried to wash off some of that dusty dirt. Starts winning, the Cowboys got sore. One of them called him, and then two more accused him of cheating. Hell no, it couldn't be. Well, you know my uncle, man, he's as honest as me. Hey, now, and I'm as honest as a banjo man can be. Shot his ass dead, Lord, he never saw. Shot me another, goddamn it won't grow. In the confusion, my uncle grabbed the gold. Hey now, we hightailed it down to Mexico. I love them Cowboys, I love that gold. I love my uncle, God rest his lonesome soul. He taught me good, boys, he taught me all I know. Taught me so well, I grabbed that gold, and I left his dead ass laying by the side of the road.
we are back with
Okay,
Mike on
here
the
we
piano.
are.
There we
I,
go.
I made the mistake of moving the stool that I'm on, so if you see me doing a dance, good. I don't know what else to say about that.
Deal with it.
I've learned to not apologize for everything in my life. So this next one, I'm going to tell you, though, in advance, it might be slightly rough. I'm going to try and do it on keys. My wife loves this song. It's Atlantic City. Originally a Springsteen song, but the band did a version of it, and which was pretty cool. I really love it. It's one of my favorite arrangements of the song. And now I'm going to do an arrangement of it because I, by myself on keys, am not going to sound like the band arrangement. So here's Atlantic City, and if you hadn't had a drink yet, please take one now so you can ignore my flubs.
Well, they blew up the Chicken Man in Philly last night, and they blew up his house too. Down on the boardwalk, they're ready for a fight. Gonna see what them racket boys can do. Now there's trouble busting in from out of state, and the DA can't get no relief. Gonna be a rumble on the promenade, and the gambling commissioner's hanging on by the skin of his teeth. Well, everything dies, baby, that's a fact. But maybe everything that dies someday comes back. Put your makeup on, fix your hair up pretty, and meet me tonight in Atlantic City. Got a job and tried to put my money away, but I got the kind of debt no honest man could pay. So I drew what I had from the Central Trust, and I bought us 2 tickets on that Coast City bus. Well, everything dies, baby, that's a fact. Maybe everything that dies someday comes back. Put your makeup on, fix your hair up pretty, and meet me tonight in Atlantic City. Now our luck may have died and our love may be cold, but with you forever I'll stay. Yeah, we're going out where the sand turns to gold. So put your stockings on, 'cause it might get cold. Yeah, everything dies, baby, that's a fact. But maybe everything that dies someday comes back. Put your makeup on, fix your hair up pretty, and meet me tonight in Atlantic City. Been looking for a job, but it's hard to find. There's winners and there's losers, and I'm south of that line. Well, I'm tired of coming out on the losing end, but I talked to a man last night, gonna do a little favor for him. Everything dies, baby, that's a fact. But maybe everything that dies someday comes back. Put your makeup on, fix your hair up pretty, and meet me tonight in Atlantic City. Oh, meet me tonight in Atlantic City. Oh, meet me tonight in Atlantic City.
So that's the first time I've ever gone all the way through that on keys. I hope it was okay.
I may have heard like one flub,
Oh, thank God. I hid the other 59 of them.
all cataloged in your mind.
Oh, they
Just-
are all cataloged in my mind. You talk to anybody that is like piano or organ as their primary keyboard style. Like, you know, if that's our primary instrument, man.
Yeah,
we
no,
love-
all those organ players that I hang out
Oh
with.
yeah, yeah. The organ players are like, there's one note missing. You're like, there are 50 notes in that chord because you played with your elbows. Like, how do you know which one's wrong? You don't know, but they do. So that leaves us with about time for I'm going to do one more here for you, and I got to change over, so this should time out about right.
You got it.
I'm going to end the way I began, but on the guitar instead. Not with the same song, but with another Jim Croce song. This one's called Tomorrow's Gonna Be a Brighter Day. I love this song. Dude is definitely a loser singing the song, but he's trying. And it's great. I just love it. It does have a good message. You know, it's something I think we can all relate to right now, especially with life just, you know, being hard. Because I know our baseline for everything is people that have anxiety and other issues, that's only amplified because our baseline is all just like raised up here, so it's pretty wild. But that being said, I'm gonna hop over to the guitar and play you Tomorrow's Gonna Be a Brighter Day. Also, before I finish up too, I just wanted to give a shout out to Nathan for doing this stuff. This is
stop that.
it's a lot of work, and it makes him highly uncomfortable when he is praised. And I just thought I had to make
like
him super
the most uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like it's like having spiders crawl up my back. Like that's
It's the best.
it's gross.
I just wanted to see you shiver, but
right,
anyway, here's Tomorrow's Gonna Be a Brighter Day. Thanks for watching, and hope you all have a great night. I guess I should get close to the mic. Well, I'm sorry for the things that I told you, but words only go so far. And if I had my way, I would reach into heaven and I pull you down a star. For a present, I'd make you a chain out of diamonds, pearls from the summer sea. But all I can give is a kiss in the morning and a sweet apology. Well, I know that it hasn't been easy, and I haven't always been around to say the right words or to hold you in the morning or to help you when you're down. I know I never showed you much of a good time, but baby, things are gonna change. I'm gonna make up for all of the hurt I brought. I'm gonna love away all your pain. And tomorrow's gonna be a brighter day. There's be some changes. Tomorrow's gonna be a brighter day. This time you can't believe me. No more crying in your lonely room, and no more empty nights. 'Cause tomorrow morning everything will turn out right. It's gonna be a brighter day. Well, there's something that I've got to tell you. Yes, I got something on my mind. But words come hard when you're lying in my arms and when you're looking deep into my eyes. Well, there's truth and consolation. What I'm trying to say is that nobody ever had the rainbow, baby, until he had the rain. And tomorrow's gonna be a brighter day. There's gonna be some changes. Tomorrow's gonna be a brighter day. This time you can't believe me. No more crying in your lonely room, and no more empty nights. 'Cause tomorrow morning everything will turn out right. It's gonna be a brighter day. It's gonna be a brighter day. Come on tomorrow. It's gonna be a brighter day. Come on tomorrow. It's gonna be a brighter day. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it, man. It's a pleasure putting on a concert with you after so many months of you having to run around and save my rear to make this work.
Hey man, it's been a lot of fun. Your kind of vision really helped bring this all together, and you know, as you well know, and a lot of people that know me know, I really love finding ways to make stuff work, and you know, and we've really I think we've done a pretty crazy job with not really having an actual budget line and, pitching in here and there when we can, with gear and stuff. We've been able to put on a pretty cool show. So again, that button down there we go. See, I have them on there. That button down there, if you can, click it. It would be really, really, really appreciated by me because, if you help this place, they bring in artists, I get to play, and I get to work and help the artists as well. And I also then get to feed my kids. So on a personal level, please help the Varsity.
Let's be very clear,
I'm
though.
just saying.
Mike doesn't make nearly enough money when we do pay him for the amount of time and effort that he puts into this place.
I think it's definitely worth it.
Yeah. I mean, and again, because we're trying to build something, and I mean that's the idea of just giving this town every bit of entertainment CPR that it can get right now. Seeing what is still lively here in downtown and just doing what we can to bring it all back, capture that essence that has slowly but surely seeped out of this town over the years and just get it back in place. So we appreciate y'all for being part of this show this evening. We appreciate Mike for coming in here. We appreciate Tia in the back, his wife, for hanging out, and my kids way in the back who've been playing on their Switch this whole time. As Mike said, thevarsitycenter.org for donations, and check us out next week. We have 2 different options for next week, both of them quite good. I may add a third option for next week depending on who's willing to talk about what August 1st looks like, but definitely stay tuned for an announcement on that. That's going to be awesome. And as always, thank you, Carbondale Tourism. You're the driving force behind making this happen. Without your dollars, we wouldn't be able to make these musicians, to get these musicians in here to make this happen. So thank you so much. And again, thank you to the audience for watching this evening. Y'all have a good night.